I'm LeGrand Elliott.
I'm Cindy Ayers Elliott.
And we have a brand new show called Ag and Culture. We'll be discussing all things agriculture.
But more specifically, how it affects farmers and ranchers of color with national and local guests.
And of course, we're talking culture, food, wine, health, politics, education, and so much more.
Join us for informative and fun conversation with guests from all over the country.
It's a fresh new show, Ag and Culture, every Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. on the East, and 7 a.m. on the West.
Watch us on our YouTube channel, MS Footprint Farms.
And on WeBelieve.global. Good morning, and welcome. It's episode number 8, Ag and Culture. I'm your host, LeGrand Elliott, and always riding shotgun is...
I'm Cindy Ayers Elliott.
Dr. Ayers, how was your weekend?
It was a great weekend, and how are you today?
Better.
Yeah, it's a good thing. It was a beautiful weekend. A lot of great sun, a lot of work on the farm. We're always happy.
Episode 8 is going to be a pre-recorded show, so we won't be able to take our calls as normal, but it is still interactive. We definitely want to hear from you on our Facebook page, Instagram, all that good stuff, right? But we want to make sure it is interactive. We don't want to hear ourselves talk. We want to make sure we give you and deliver some great information that you could definitely use. And I can't forget our title sponsor is Heifer International. For over 75 years, they have been helping farmers all over the globe make a good and decent, sustainable living by really helping them implement their farming business and showing them how to make a decent living. So always hats off and shouts out to our friends at Heifer International USA.
Absolutely. They are always there to help and to make a difference and to impact. And it's longevity. It's not just now and then. It's a history of making a difference to people all around the world and the U.S.
So last episode number 7, we got a lot of good feedback from, obviously, we was talking about what's the biggest hot topic in the state of Mississippi right now, and that is the new medical marijuana law. So shouts out to Miss E.J. Russell for gracing us with her presence and her knowledge on all things legislative in the state of Mississippi, what's going on under the rotunda. We're still in session, and we look forward to having her back sometime soon, because everybody's like, we need more, we need more.
Yeah, everybody want to know more about what's going on and what's happening, and what we want people to know is how it impacts you. So we'll be bringing her back probably in the next three weeks, so that the next session will be out and we'll be looking at truly, hopefully, the policies that will go with the regulations of this new law.
Right. Great. Now we've got that all out of the way.
Yes.
Our second live in studio guest.
I know.
In a row.
And the great thing about this is that I like this. I love to be able to see our guests, but it's important that wherever they are, and the information is so great, but for us to have a special lady with us today.
That is exactly right. Do you want to do the honors, or do you want me to do it?
Well, I want us to do it together, so I'm going to let you go first.
I love it.
Because she is this lady that's grand, and it takes both of us to do it. So, LeGrand, you may go.
You are such the politician,
yes, I am.
Right? So I'll introduce it. No further ado, we have Miss Chelsea Crittle, Dr. Chelsea Crittle.
Yes.
She is the Aging Manager Director for the Central Mississippi Planning and Development District. Dr. Crittle, welcome to Ag and Culture. How are you?
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Well, we're so glad for you to be here. Just starting off, a lot of people may hear Central Mississippi Planning and Development District. Can you kind of tell us exactly, before we get too far into it, exactly what is the Central Mississippi Planning and Development District?
The Central Mississippi Planning and Development District is a agency that provides resources and services to all around the 7 county areas here in Central Mississippi. Mm-hmm. So my primary focus is with aging, and I'm being the area agency on aging director. We focus primarily on individuals that are 60 years of age and older, and we provide resources and services to them in order for those seniors to be able to stay at home as long as possible.
Sure.
And remain independent while they're living their lives.
Right, and that's always key. You want people to be able to, especially as we get older, to be able to have as much independence as we possibly can. And it seems like the outcomes are better. The more independent we are, the more we get better. Our thinking, our mind is clear because we feel that sense of independence. So
it's a great quality of life.
Absolutely.
And this is a big part of what Dr. Chelsea does, and that is to make sure that our seniors have that quality of life. The Planning Development District overall, for the state, LeGrand, we have 10.
Okay.
So they're all over the state to make sure that all of our seniors and people in need have access. So for us here in central Mississippi, it's our 7 counties.
Right, absolutely.
Right.
And in that, there's so many different programs. So Chelsea, tell us what you do. Tell us about you.
Yep.
Oh, I've been with Central Mississippi Plain Development District for 22 years. I made
She started when she was 2.
Yes, I was 2 years old. I just had an anniversary on the 22nd of February.
Oh, wow.
So that was very exciting for me.
Yeah.
And so working with seniors is a passion of mine. I enjoy doing it. I love being an advocate for our seniors. And so in terms of what we do is we provide resources and services to them. And one of the most well-known resource that we provide for them would be the Home Delivered Meals Program.
Okay.
So with the Home Delivered Meals Program, seniors receive frozen prepared meals from the agent's nutritional company called Trio.
Okay.
And so those meals are delivered to them at home. They receive between 5 to 7 meals.
Okay. Like a week's worth of
a week's worth of meals. And so they can prepare them and put them in the microwave or oven whenever they're ready to enjoy them.
Wow. So people that are in these 7 counties and maybe subscribers or may have parents or grandparents that could utilize the services in the 7 counties. If someone is not just that versed or familiar with these Meals on Wheels type, I don't know if that's what it's called, but it's meals delivered to the home. Who would they need to maybe contact, or what are some of the criteria to maybe get that started in those 7 counties?
Okay. We provide meals in all 7 counties. So they can contact our office, which is at, our main office is located in Pearl.
Okay.
And we also have a second office, which is located on Lakeland Drive next to the Smith-Will Baseball Stadium.
Okay.
So if individuals are interested in receiving these services, they can feel free to contact our office, and we will complete an assessment. So in the assessment process, there are several things that are asked. Now, for home delivered meals, the primary eligibility is, one, you have to be 60, and the second is that you have to be homebound. And so once the eligibility process is completed, if they do qualify, then we will order the meals and have those meals delivered directly to their homes.
To their homes. Got you. And they have, you said it's a serving of, at least a serving of, to get you through a week. So is that every week or every other week, or how does that work?
It's every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks. So bi-monthly delivery.
Right.
Okay.
So those meals are nutritional value. They are 33 and a third meat, 33 and a third nutritional value. So these meals certainly help these seniors that are, say, maybe if they're diabetic or have other health concerns or health issues. The meals are prepared for them specifically low salt. And so at Trio, they do have dietitians that work to prepare those meals and make sure that they are low sodium.
Yes, it's not the average sodium-filled TV dinner, so to speak.
Right, and so they can't always season it to taste.
Sure.
But the great part about that helps them through their week.
Yes.
Of if any other food they might or might not have.
Yeah.
Right.
That also helps their budgets so much because they're on a fixed income.
And it cuts down on the prep time as well.
Yeah.
It does.
And they don't, if they're diabetic, don't have to wait so long for something. Just put it in the microwave or in the oven.
Right.
So that's one of the things. But you do so many other things as relates to taking care of our seniors.
Right. We also work with the senior centers, and the senior centers that are located, for instance, here in the city of Jackson. And with our partner agencies, whether they are human resource agencies, we work very closely with Hinds County Human Resource Agency, South Central Community Action Agency in Madison County, Citizen Services Agency, and over in Yazoo. So again, that's in the 7 county areas with the agencies that we work with. And so they have senior centers that are located in that area that are considered as congregate meal sites. So seniors that are very independent and very mobile are able to go to the congregate meal sites and enjoy the meals along with activities. So they can play bingo, they can exercise, do arts and crafts. And actually before COVID, they would take field trips and have pre-planned field trips, and they just absolutely enjoyed going on those trips. So now, although we have COVID, the participation levels have gotten a little low. So we're trying to make some improvements in the congregate site, so they'll rejoin us and come back out and start enjoying coming to the meal sites again.
And the camaraderie of being together. I promise you, I went one year and they taught me to line dance. I was there with them. It was just so much energy, and we had a great time. we actually delivered food as part of the market. One of the things that your office, I'm sure, did, and we were there to bring them fresh fruits and veggies, which was exciting for us. But they have a lot of fun.
They do.
I think LeGrand was playing bid with us.
No, I was actually at one. We were playing spades.
Okay. Hey.
So, they was ready to kick me out every time I'm reneging, right? But no, it was really good. It's refreshing that, people can still get out and they can, fellowship with each other, enjoy a great meal and some great friends, and just to still enjoy that good quality of life. So
Right.
It absolutely, and they're just, real spark plugs. But had a great time. We did some things for Christmas during the holidays.
Okay. All right.
And that's when they kicked me off the space. but it was really good. I mean, I had a good time. I was like, I want to stay for lunch, but it was a really good time, and just a lot of good positive things as we're doing for our seniors around our metro areas here. So definitely. So with these meals again, so it's a dual thing. There are meals for people who can come to the centers that you serve,
Right.
and then there are meals for people who may not have that wherewithal because of a condition, and you're able to supplement that by bringing it to them twice a month.
Yes.
See,
That's
a
awesome.
lot of people don't realize what Central Mississippi Planning Development District does. All the different things and monies that come in, they actually put it with different agencies throughout. So they're the ones who's actually implementing.
Right.
But the direction for the programs and everything comes out, and for us, is Central Mississippi Planning Development District. But they do some other things too. You want to talk about some other great things?
Oh,
you do?
sure. We
Yeah.
do quite a bit of things. Another one of our popular programs is the emergency response system, and that's where individuals that live at home alone will contact us, and we will work with them to provide them a life alert.
Okay.
And that life alert definitely can help save their lives.
Right.
Because if they're home alone and they they get sick or have an accident, they can press a button and someone would come online and send help for them. So that is a great program.
Yes,
we do
that's
see
good.
we have seen that program increase quite a bit over
Yes.
during COVID.
Yes.
And to be honest with you, most of our programs have increased. Now, we have seen a decrease in programs that require people to get together and more in groups. But
Right.
programs where people are at home, we have definitely seen an increase in those services. And the need out here is very
The
great.
need is great.
The
Yes.
need is great.
Yes. And just that peace of mind that you have elderly parents or grandparents that live by themselves, very independent, but
Right.
still that peace of mind knowing that if something were to happen, there is a mechanism that could instantly get emergency help. So I'm sure that's a big program. Is it? Do you qualify the exact same way as the meals? Is it kind of the same
Yes.
criteria?
Similar criteria. On all of our services, everyone must be assessed.
Okay.
So in order to receive services, there is going to be an assessment process.
Sure.
I know a lot of times people may not want to share various information with us, but the information is secure.
Yeah.
It is kept in a system that is very, very secure. And so in terms of that, we have to have that data in order to provide the services. And a lot of times people don't realize that these services are at no cost. So in terms of the being able to receive services at no cost, we definitely have to capture the data because we want to see who we're providing services
Yes.
to.
Yeah.
And so we need to keep up with that, how many meals that we serve. People don't realize
Sure.
that we keep up with the number of meals we serve, how much funding is going into each program.
Right. Yeah.
And so we definitely have to hit that, and we like to get that demographic data.
Yeah.
And that's so important. But the other part about that, when you do your evaluation or when you do that, your assessment, you might be assessing for 20 different things at one time. So you capture that, and then you're able to continue. This need arises, you know where they are.
Right.
But if something else is needed and their assessment is not checked at that time,
You
they can
match
come
those
back
services.
in.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Come
So
back
what
in.
we tend to do is, say for instance, if you called and you needed the home delivered meals, so then you call back and you needed transportation. We would not have to go back through the assessment because the assessment is actually completed. We could just add that service to you and get you scheduled to utilize our transportation
Man,
service.
you guys do it all.
Right, which brings it back. So tell us about the transportation side.
So with the transportation side, we actually, I'll just use here in the city of Jackson, we actually contract with the city of Jackson, and they're one of our long-term partners. And we do put in a certain amount of money, as well as the City of Jackson matches that money, and they put money in as well, so we can make sure that we provide transportation services for the citizens of the Jackson metropolitan area.
Okay.
And so seniors are able to call in and schedule a ride, and they're able to go to the doctor's office, grocery store, pharmacies, and even dry cleaning.
In dry cleaning, oh wow, that's great.
So Dr. Crittle, I want you to definitely hold that thought, put a pencil in it, because I definitely want you to come back and maybe speak on the transportation, because I know that that's still a thing that people really need to know, and the more information we can provide for that, we definitely want you. So you'll please stick around with us. You're watching Ag and Culture. This is episode number 8. We'll be right back after our beautiful sponsors.
Yes.
Heifer USA is a nonprofit that supports small-scale, sustainable livestock businesses, and we are currently seeking individuals interested in pastured pork production in the state of Mississippi. Applicants should have access to at least 35 acres of land and be willing to participate in in-depth training, both online and in person at Heifer Ranch in Perryville, Arkansas. To learn about our operation, check out the Pastured Pigs playlist on the Heifer USA YouTube channel, or contact Farmer Engagement Specialist Ruth Canada at 501-391-5511.
Footprint Farms is a beautiful 68-acre vegetable and cattle farm located in Jackson, Mississippi, and is Mississippi's largest urban farm. The mission of Footprint Farms is to provide the community access to healthy food choices, introduce our youth to agriculture, and provide training and technical assistance to small farmers and ranchers. The farm is open to the public every Friday from 2:30 to 5:30 p.m. to purchase fresh produce, or visit us at the Mississippi Farmers Market located near the fairgrounds in February. We accept all forms of payment, including EBT and SNAP benefits. Looking for a beautiful venue for your next wedding, family reunion, or dinner? Footprint Farms offers a 3,000 square foot facility on 5 beautiful acres, perfect for your next event. For more information, visit our website at footprintfarms.com, Facebook and Instagram at Footprint Farms, or call us at 601-910-5534. Footprint Farms, farm fresh, city sweet. Welcome back to Ag and Culture, episode number 8. LeGrand Elliott, your host, and my lovely co-host.
I'm Cindy Ayers Elliott. I can't believe it's been 8 episodes already.
It's been 8 already. But we're having a great time today. Our first guest for the month of March is Dr. Chelsea Crittle. She is the Director of Aging Programs at Central Mississippi Planning and Development District. And before we went to the break, we were talking about that much needed thing, and that's the services of transportation. Obviously, we're not in this densely urban jungle. A lot of us in Mississippi are very rural, and the services you provide for transportation, like you said, for grocery stores and medical, are paramount. So just kind of still speak on that a little bit more about the transportation, the need for more, and again, the certification process of someone needing that services for their family member.
Okay. Again, we have transportation services in all 7 county areas. So if a senior that's 60 years of age and older is interested in participating in the transportation program, there is an assessment process. The process is not a lengthy process. It's not means tested, which means that it doesn't matter as far as your income.
Okay.
So it's not income based. Okay. However, it is based upon your age. And you have to live within the 7 county areas.
Sure. To be able to do that, and that's so great. And again, I'm saying this, and I don't want to sound redundant. It's just sometimes there are programs out there, because if you don't know, you don't know.
Right.
And it seems like right here in Central Mississippi, we have an abundance of good programs that are there for the 7 county area that could really be really meaningful and make a change to people's lives. So going back to the Life Alert, the life that one right there. So is that income based as well, or is it still, like you said, it's just an assessment that you would have to have in order to receive that?
We will complete an assessment, but on the Life Alert, or what we consider as emergency response, is what you have to be living at home alone. That's what we're going to look for, is that you're basically. Now, let me go back. If you do not live at home alone, but you still want the Life Alert, there is a fee. So you would be able to, you purchase the services through us in terms of to get the fee that we have with a lower fee. And so we do work with Acadian on Call. We've been working with Acadian on Call for many, many years. And so there is a lower fee, but But if you go through, our agency in terms of that, then you certainly can get that lower fee. And if I'm not mistaken, it's about $24.95 a month.
Oh, wow.
And that's worth the peace of mind.
No doubt. And of course, if you're living with your children or they are your caregivers, when they're out, they feel better and you being there, if that's the case.
Yeah.
But the big part about that is that it's a service for everyone, regardless of their income. And then if the need is there, you have an avenue they can go through to get it at a discount rate.
Right.
So that's a great thing. That's helping a lot and making a difference.
And I do want to go back, if you don't mind,
No, please.
me going back to the meals. So
Yes.
say, for instance, we have a program called Pay As You Go. And so with the home delivered meals program, at one point we were very excited because it has been many years that we had no one on the waiting list. So we were able to, during the pandemic, since the pandemic, with CARES funding and additional funding that we've been receiving, we've been able to completely eliminate our waiting list.
Oh, wow.
Now, unfortunately, in the last week or two, we have started a waiting list, but it's a very, small waiting list now. But if, say, for instance, if you lived in another state and you wanted to purchase meals for your loved one here, we do have a program where you can purchase meals at a discount rate as well.
Oh, wow. That's really good to know. So with that, if someone wanted to do that for a family member, they would contact Central Mississippi, and obviously they would have to be in that seven county that
area
you guys serve.
Yes.
On that, so they can just call you guys and ask more about that. So
Right.
basically, you're pre-purchasing meals for X amount of time.
Right. And we've had people that wanted to, say, purchase meals for church members or
Yeah.
their neighbors
Yes.
or
Yes.
what have you, and they just knew some seniors that needed help.
Yes.
And they've purchased meals for them, and we just have the meals delivered. So sometimes, some seniors, they have to get, we're so used to preparing our meals with ham hocks,
Don't forget the fat
bacon, and fat bacon.
Yeah.
So sometimes these meals are a little bit more, it takes an adjustment
Yes.
to get to, but they are most definitely
They're
very
healthy.
healthy. They're the healthier
Yeah.
meals.
They have to get the palate used to not just what's good to them, but what's good for them.
Absolutely.
And a lot of times it takes a while, but for longevity of a healthier life, you have to give up, cut back
Right.
on a lot of these things.
Right.
And we believe strongly in that you can still have great tasting food by using more herbs and salt, by utilizing, not cooking it to death,
Right.
as
Right.
well for the nutritional value. We
Right.
truly believe
and
that.
it's really neat. And like you talk about seniors who you may not be related to, but you can obviously see that they need that help. And sometimes, we're proud. We don't like to let you know a lot, but we can kind of see what we know, what we see. But that's refreshing to know that without even being a family member, you can do it just because you could be that secret Santa or whomever,
Right.
that you can actually do that for an extended period of time if you like.
So
yeah.
if someone wanted to just say they love Mississippi and they love Mississippians and they want to help, and it's in your Severn County, they can just call and says, I got X amount of dollars and I want to donate that for you to help some seniors.
Right. And we do receive donations from time to time. And so what they would do is just contact our office, and we would definitely give them the mailing address. And we, a lot of times we do receive donations during our Santa for Seniors project, because we provide Christmas gifts to seniors that are that live at home alone, that would not receive any gifts if they didn't get the gifts that are provided by the community, as well as through donations.
Right. And that's wonderful. That's really wonderful. And you mentioned the pandemic, and I can only imagine that if you have seniors, especially seniors who are independent living at home, during this pandemic, they can't go anywhere. They may not have relatives or people that can take them there. Exactly what was Central Mississippi's strategy to continue the work that you were doing, but now it's kind of, the ante has doubled a little bit more, and you see that the need is definitely greater. So exactly, how did you guys kind of navigate those waters?
Oh,
I'm still navigating those
we still
waters.
navigating
Well, I can say
those-
still navigating, but,
we've gotten better.
it's a
We've
little
gotten
choppy.
better.
It's not as rough as
It's
seas
not
were,
as
but
rough
yeah.
as when it
Yeah.
first started.
Yeah.
But when it first started,
Yeah.
you didn't have a playbook.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
we just had to pivot and do what we need to do and get in and provide resources and services. And our partners stepped in, and everybody just got in together and worked.
Sure.
We were an agency that, because of the type of work that we do, we could not necessarily go home.
You were essential.
We had to.
Yeah.
We were essential.
You were essential
Absolutely.
personnel.
So we didn't have the luxury of working necessarily from home for a long length of time. So we had to get back into the office and make sure that these services and resources were provided and available. And although we were sometimes when it first happened, we were able to go home for a short amount of time, and have all of our phones transferred and making sure that everything was there and available, because the phone was just ringing and ringing. It was a constant ring,
and the need got greater.
And we had to get in there and do what we had to do. We at one point, I know we signed up probably about 500 or 600 people just to the Home Delivered Meals program.
Goodness.
So, and that's in addition to what you already had.
In addition to what we already had.
Right.
So we were able to, provide these resources and service, and we was, we were proud of the fact that we were there, and we were there to help our community.
Definitely.
And so we definitely, that's what we do. That's what we love to do, and we certainly are happy that we were there to help so many people.
And we're so happy that you're there because, it's having that passion and believing and knowing the importance of taking care of our elders or people in general.
Yeah.
So that makes you our favorite doctor of today.
That's right.
But tell us something else. You also have Homemakers Services. I think that's so important. Talk about that.
Oh, the Homemaker Services. Now, that is one that has been such a challenge for us during the pandemic.
Sure.
You have to think about with Homemaker, seniors were having a time letting people come into their homes.
Right.
Then you also had the homemakers, a lot of people leaving the profession because they were afraid to go into other people's homes
because of COVID.
Because of COVID. So that has been tough for us. Right now, we probably have about 400 people on the waiting list. Just waiting for services.
Services to open
And
up.
these are ones that need the services to help them actually clean their house or to help them even take a bath.
Right.
A lot of those are independent. That's a need.
That's a need. Or even run to the grocery store.
Yes.
Or, just do some light housekeeping, wash clothes, change the linen on the bed. It's so many things that need to be done that people cannot do.
Right. They cannot
And so with the Homemaker Services, it has been a challenge. It's been a tough program to do, but we've been able to continue to do and provide resources to the other resources, but that one has been a little tough for us.
Right, and to the pandemic, you have people living by themselves for months on end.
Yes.
Obviously, it takes a mental and psychological toll on you. Do you guys did you have the mental health challenges, or you had things in place that maybe seniors could call and to at least sometimes just hearing a voice on the other end makes it a lot better.
Yes.
You guys kind of provided that service as well. So you guys were truly those guardian angels in the trenches for these 7 counties around here. Yeah.
Absolutely. What we did, we would do well checks. So we would call our seniors and we would pull the roster of the clients that were serving, and we would get in and call them and just say, hey, we just checking on you. We want to make sure that you're okay.
Okay, sure.
And so we would do that. We also have a program that's called Telephone. It's our reassurance program.
Okay.
And through that program, individuals can call and sign up for this particular program. In terms, what happens is that a staff that's trained, resource specialist would contact them. It just depends on how often they want to be contacted. So in their care plan, they would determine if I want to talk to someone every week or if I want twice a week. And so what we would do is it's a social call. It's a wellness check as well.
Sure.
And it's also considered as a helpline. So if you know I'm going to be calling you on every Tuesday morning, you may have some things that you need some help with.
Sure.
So you'll hold those in place for me when I call to ask me some questions.
Right.
So pretty much most of our staff in our Mississippi Access to Care Center, which is also called the MAC Center, are social workers.
Yes.
So they can provide that that care, that listening ear to the clients that we call. So we have some regulars on the reassurance program, and so a lot of times that our staff gets very attached
Of course.
to their clients. So it's a wonderful program. I would like to see it grow.
Okay.
There is no fee for this service. There's no charge for the service.
Okay.
So if someone is interested in calling, they definitely can call our MAC Center, which number is 1-844-822-4644. 4622.
And we'll make sure that before this segment or the show is over, we make sure we'll reiterate that and they can get that number as well. And you mentioned MAX, and that, what does that acronym stand for?
Mississippi Access to Care.
Okay.
And it's our MAX Center. There are 4 MAX centers across the state, and we're have been so fortunate to be one of the first MAX centers.
Okay.
And so what that particular program is it's information and referral. So they can call in if they need help with services like signing up for Power to Care. If they need help with signing up for the Medicaid waiver, elderly and disability Medicaid waiver program, if they need any of these other resources and services that I've mentioned today, they can call over to the MAX Center and they can get some assistance.
So you guys are kind of case management, if you will, when it comes to really assessing the needs of a senior and definitely plugging them with the right program that they need to be plugged with. That's
so
remarkable. You're right. That's refreshing. We definitely need, more of that, in our state. I mean, we're a rural state. We're a very poor state, and our morbidity rates are, kind of off the charts. But obviously, there's light at the tunnel. We want to change those things by having great programs like this. So the MAX Center, we'll spend a little bit more time on that with that. So as far as access to care or how that works, does that coordinate with the transportation? Am I helping you? Okay, you may need to go do this. So is that transportation kind of plugged into that as well?
Well, what would happen is, say if you called over to the MAX Center, there's a resource specialist that would answer. So if you needed some transportation, the MAX Center specialist would get you lined up with the right agency that you would need to work with in order to pick you up. So if you're in Copiah County, quite naturally, you would need to work with Copiah County Human Resource Agency, who we have a contract with. So it just depends on where you're calling, and we can give you some information. And we do have a database of resources that you can access yourself online. If you are computer savvy, you can go out there and look for it. So it's about 6,000 plus resources, and it's a statewide database that you can access.
Right. Hold that thought, Dr. Crittle. We appreciate it. There's so much good information that you're bringing us. I'm just really impressed with the things you guys are doing. Ag and Culture, episode number 8.
Number 8.
My shotgun partner in crime, Dr. Ash, LeGrand Elliott, more Ag and Culture after we return from the break.
Heifer USA is a leader in regenerative agricultural practices, like our pastured pork production operation. Raising pigs on pasture allows the animals to flourish in their natural habitat while building organic soil matter and restoring soil biodiversity. And we're sharing our knowledge with viewers like you with in-depth training videos on raising pastured pork, poultry, cattle, and sheep. Find us on YouTube at Heifer USA and join our online community of regenerative ranchers today.
Footprint Farms is a beautiful 68-acre vegetable and cattle farm located in Jackson, Mississippi, and is Mississippi's largest urban farm. The mission of Footprint Farms is to provide the community access to healthy food choices, introduce our youth to agriculture, and provide training and technical assistance to small farmers and ranchers. The farm is open to the public every Friday from 2:30 to 5:30 p.m. to purchase fresh produce or visit us at the Mississippi Farmers Market located near the fairgrounds in February. We accept all forms of payment, including EBT and SNAP benefits. Looking for a beautiful venue for your next wedding, family reunion, or dinner? Footprint Farms offers a 3,000 square foot facility on 5 beautiful acres, perfect for your next event. For more information, visit our website at footprintfarms.com, Facebook and Instagram at Footprint Farms, or call us at 601-910-5534. Footprint Farms, farm fresh, city sweet. Hey, welcome back to Ag and Culture. As I said, episode number 8, we're here with Dr. Crittle. She is representing so proudly in the Director of Aging Programs with Central Mississippi Planning and Development District. And before we went to the break, I'm still on this MAC thing, and I'm just thinking that this is really fascinating to me, that these services exist for our seniors. One of the things that you guys assist with is, I see, employment. Can you speak about that a little bit?
Yes, through Central Mississippi Planning Development District, we receive funding through the MDS with the Mississippi Department of Employment Security, who happens to receive their funding from the Department of Labor.
Yes.
And through that particular program, it's called CSEP, which is the acronym, and it's called it's our Senior Community Service Employment Program.
Gotcha.
So through that particular program, it's for individuals that are 55 years of age and older. And so here in our area, we cover the Hinds County and Rankin County area, where we will assist individuals that are 55 years of age and older. They have to be unemployed. And so say, for instance, they've been out of work for a while and they need to hone in on their employable skills.
Yes.
And so what we would do is place them with a host agency, and at that host agency they'll work there, and they will regain some skills so that term will help them to find a permanent job. And so during that particular time, they work 20 hours a week. The pay is minimum wage if it's in Hinds County, which we know is $8 an hour.
Sure.
And so that's pretty much the gist of the program. It's a great program. It has helped a lot of people. I've been working with that program for the last 22 years, and I've had an opportunity to see major changes in some of our seniors' lives.
Yes.
And people have gotten great jobs.
So new skills. They actually can gain new skills by being in an area that they've never been in before.
Right.
But now having access to that, they can learn more about it.
Right.
That's great to know. So how do you become one of the places? I mean, we're just totally interested in that. How do you become one of the places that you place some seniors, or how can we help? What can we do?
So as far as the host agencies we do partner with, they have to be 501c3 nonprofit agencies. And so what we'll do is that when we have a participant, I tend to go and look at the skills that they have and what interests that they have. And from there, then I make the placement.
Sure.
And so they can work at that location, and while they're at that location, they're getting new skills.
Right.
And it is a great opportunity for them, because that agency where they're placed could turn around and possibly, if they have a job opening, hire them permanently.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So will they, but transportation to do that, to go to that work site, will be on them to do
Yes,
that?
absolutely.
So unless there's another program somewhere that matches up with that.
And does that also include, helping them brush up on their resume, getting those type things, the do's and don'ts of an interview? Is that kind of part, when you say the employment part of it, that the agencies that work with you kind of provide?
Right. And so what I tend to do, this is a program that I kind of oversee personally.
Okay.
Is what I tend to do is work with them on their they go through training. So I'll do workshops to hone in on how do you handle yourself in an interview?
How do you
what
dress?
Right, and what do's and don'ts. How do you handle yourself when you go to work? How do you dress? How do you address the people that you're working with? How do you carry yourself in a workplace? And so we do those workshops, and we try to make sure that they are ready and prepared when they go to an interview.
Yeah. And I'm sure that during, again, the pandemic, it shined a light that people that age and older lost their jobs because of the obvious, and that job you may have been doing for God knows how long, and that's been your perfect skill pretty much your whole life, and now there is a real reality check that I have to really reinvent myself at a late age. You can always reinvent yourself at any age, but still there are a little bit more challenges of doing that as you get older. So that's definitely, kudos for that program.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's
Well, I'm sure we create some entrepreneurs as well. I mean, during this time and doing that, they've gotten very creative. We all have, and have skills that we didn't know we had. Because I know a lot of the seniors, a lot of people in general, are making candles now. They're doing different things with different herbs. They're drying. So they've developed new skills, or brought back some of the old things they used to do. And what's old then is new now. And they're utilizing that, because there's so much tangible knowledge in that. So that's exciting to know.
Yeah, definitely exciting stuff.
They do more. They do legal services too.
See, you beat me to my legal service, and the reason why it's touching me, because I'm saying things that a lot of times people in need they have the challenges with these things that you almost have almost perfectly executed here. The DME part, the durable medical equipment, that's usually a day-to-day durable medical equipment that somebody needs in their home. Obviously, like you said, if you're not that computer savvy, you can't just go online and order drop ships at your house. So talk about a little bit the DME side of it and what things that may cover, because I always want to put that caveat out there that it may not help you with all DMEs, but tell me about the durable medical equipment and how you guys provide that service.
So as far as we're talking about the emergency services, or are we talking about the Medicaid waiver service?
Yeah.
The Medicaid waiver service.
The Medicaid waiver service. I guess how it relates to one of the centers assist with the durable medical equipment. You know, that's like maybe kind of like CPAP machines or walkers or scooters or something like that. You guys obviously help them with the right agency to hook them up with, so that if they need that service, there could be some either price break or something that could be beneficial. And this is usually a day-to-day piece of equipment that they pretty much use. Or in this case, with COVID and people returning back to the hospital, to the home, the CPAPs as well as just portable oxygen. Yeah.
So that's going to be through our state health insurance program, which will be through SHIP. Through the SHIP program, that is a program that we have counselors in the office that will help individuals that are looking for information on Medicare. So they may have some questions on Medicare, Medicaid questions, and they also are doing open enrollment. I don't know if you're familiar with open enrollment.
More and more.
So through open enrollment, seniors are trying to determine the best drug plan. What's the best drug plan for me in my situation?
Yes.
And so that program is under the state health insurance program, where they can help them to make those determinations. Now, I do want to be clear is that we don't make the decisions for them. We help give them the information, and from there, then they make their own decision
but
based
they have
upon
information.
their own.
They have information, and they can compare.
Right, exactly.
And somebody can actually walk them through the technical
Which is so important.
Which is usually the most important part that people have problems with. They know how much they want to pay, but they need to know the technical support of actually getting enrolled, getting signed up. What do I do from here, and doing that. So that's excellent that those type of programs are out there. They're there to assist those who may not can assist themselves.
Right.
So, yeah,
and
definitely.
we all know that Medicare and Medicaid, they're very complex programs. And sometimes to understand it, you may need it broken down to you in layman's terms. So you could, in the most simplest form that you need it to be broken down, and that's what our counselors do. And so they're there to provide resources and information. So that particular program, you also could call over the phone and get assistance, or sometimes people like to come in and they want to sit down and talk to somebody instead of handling it over the phone.
So with COVID, are you allowing that to people to come in person?
Yes.
So what is, just people, subscribers may want to know, what is the protocol? They have to obviously call and get an appointment to do that, right?
That we call and get an appointment. And it's always advised to, wear a mask.
Sure.
Always.
When you come into the office, because we will, make sure that we have on our PPE items as well. But that program is a much needed program.
Yes.
And so I have seen a lot of people receive assistance with that program, and we just want to make sure that we're available to answer those particular questions about the Medicare and the Medicaid, and the supplemental service benefits that are out there.
And see, and this is so great. See, this is one of the reasons that for us this show is so important, is to get information like that out so people will know. A lot of people won't, for whatever reason, tell everything or share because they're not sure what to say. So this way, if I didn't know, if I had parents or just concerned people, I can make this call and get all this information and know which way to go. That's life-saving. That's because a lot of people don't know which way to go and what to do for medicine or for transportation. They just don't know.
And to really connect all the dots. It's not only that you guys are offering these services, you're actually not only offering the service, but you're actually connecting all the dots. And you're making it a one-stop shop to get all of these services, and you don't have to, you've got one point of contact for everything that you may need. And that's impressive. That is very impressive. Yeah.
And we have a great staff at Central Mississippi.
Of course, it's a great
Central Mississippi Planning Development District, and we do work with our partners at the state level, which is the Mississippi Department of Human Services and the Division of Age and Adult Services, and Dr. Ayers mentioned that we have 10 planning and development districts across statewide. So we always we're always talking and communicating with each other to make sure that we all are providing the best resources and services all across the state.
Yeah.
Now we may do some things just a little bit different, but overall we have the same, under the Area Agency on Aging, the same mission or the same vision to make sure that our seniors are living at home independently and as they age, that they are aging in dignity.
Yeah.
So we're definitely trying to provide those. But there are just some services that are so near and dear to me in our program, and like the Ombudsman program. With that program, we send into the nursing homes, into the personal care and assisted living facilities.
Okay.
The personal care homes have to be licensed, of course.
Sure.
But we do send Ombudsman in to go in and to advocate for people in the nursing home, that if there are situations or things that they may have a complaint about or concern about,
Okay.
the Ombudsman goes in monthly and visits the residents at the nursing home. So
Gotcha.
he or she is there in those facilities, so they do have a voice within those nursing homes.
Yeah, so you guys are kind of providing somewhat of a watchdog service for those who may not be able to speak out, but
Yes,
know
absolutely.
that Big Brother is definitely watching.
So they have built relationships with the residents, and that is always something that they're always trying to build a rapport, build trust. So as they building those residents feel very comfortable with them,
Telling
and
them.
they'll
Yes.
tell them
Yeah.
They'll tell
things
them.
that they need to know. They
Need
may
to
not
know.
even tell their family, but
Yes.
they will share that
Tell a
with that.
stranger.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then something can be done about it.
Yes.
And that's which is the important part.
Right. And
But,
follow.
but a lot of them don't have family members to
Yes.
to know or to be able to speak up, or even to know what to do if they saw something.
Absolutely.
So that's the reason it's so important. I mean, you do so many great things.
Yeah.
And again, for us to be able to listen to you, and we learn more, and we'll be able to now speak the facts. I always tell everybody, we can tell you some things,
Right.
but always go and research. Always go and
Right.
find out.
Right.
And now we got some great people and numbers that you can call to find out more information about
Yes.
what you need.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
great people like Dr. Crittle here to make sure that everything's being done the right way for
Right.
you.
Right.
Right.
And that's so important.
And that's the only way you can do it, especially when you're dealing with anything, but definitely our seniors. You definitely want to make sure that we put your best foot forward.
And we do love our
and,
seniors.
and doing what needs to be, what should be done. So,
You know, I'll be a senior
absolutely.
one of these days. I want to make sure I'm reading all these pamphlets just in case.
One of these days. I'm just kidding.
He's gonna take care of me.
Exactly. So, and obviously, and I keep going back to COVID because we're in such uncharted territory. I noticed that, people, retailers have taken advantage of the situation, and I do see a relevancy though as far as technology and seniors. It seems like that came to the forefront with COVID, because how can we have a way that people can still have that, obviously audio is good, but that still that face-to-face,
Face-to-face.
just that outside world still exists. Do you guys have any programs or anything in the future where seniors meet technology as far as internet connection and different things like that?
Well, more than likely, at this time, I will say no. And on terms of that, not to say that it won't ever happen.
Sure.
But at this point, but what we did do is that we did purchase some tablets.
Yes.
And we provided those tablets to nursing homes that was interested in signing up for that particular program.
Gotcha.
So what that did is we gave them the tablets so the seniors could FaceTime their family
families.
members
Because they couldn't,
because they couldn't
visit.
because they couldn't
come
get
visit.
into
They
the
couldn't get into the
facilities.
That's right. That's
So
right.
we were able to do that,
Yes.
and so some facilities did want to participate, and then others, they made other decisions. But
Yeah.
we do have that, and we're working with several facilities, and we may have given them 3 or 4 tablets
They
that
should
they
rotate
have,
it around.
and they
Sure.
can rotate around.
This is Ag and Culture, episode number 8. We're here with Dr. Chelsea Crittle of the Mississippi Planning and Development District. More Ag and Culture will be back after this quick break.
At Heifer USA, we believe the backyard gardener can have a huge impact on their land, in their community, and on our climate. That's why we provide free virtual workshops for beginning, intermediate, and professional gardeners, teaching regenerative methods for growing healthy food while improving soil quality. Find us on YouTube at Heifer USA and join our online community of regenerative growers today.
Footprint Farms is a beautiful 68-acre vegetable and cattle farm located in Jackson, Mississippi, and is Mississippi's largest urban farm. The mission of Footprint Farms is to provide the community access to healthy food choices, introduce our youth to agriculture, and provide training and technical assistance to small farmers and ranchers. The farm is open to the public every Friday from 2:30 to 5:30 p.m. to purchase fresh produce or visit us at the Mississippi Farmers Market located near the fairgrounds in February. We accept all forms of payment, including EBT and SNAP benefits. Looking for a beautiful venue for your next wedding, family reunion, or dinner? Footprint Farms offers a 3,000 square foot facility on 5 beautiful acres, perfect for your next event. For more information, visit our website at footprintfarms.com, Facebook and Instagram at Footprint Farms, or call us at 601-910-5534. Footprint Farms, farm fresh, city sweet. Hey, we're back, Ag and Culture. This is the D block. Not the C block. This is the D block. This is the last one.
The last one?
This is the last
The
one.
time is going too fast. We got so much more to talk about.
I know, and we have such a great guest. We always have a great guest, so it makes it hard to compact it into an hour.
But that means you have to come back.
Absolutely. We can't forget our title sponsor, Heifer International USA. For over 75 years, Heifer has been doing their thing around the world and helping to create sustainable agriculture and agriculture living for farm families all over the world. So salutes to our title sponsor, Heifer International USA. We're here with Dr. Chelsea Crittle. She has been a fantastic guest with just tons and tons of information that I'm just really fascinated about and all the great things that the Mississippi Planning and Development District are doing. One in particular that you guys are doing is called the Chore Services. And I'm not going to even attempt to explain that, but I would like for you to definitely let us know about the Chore Services and exactly which counties are eligible for that service.
Okay. With the Chore Services, that is a program that we started in 2021. And through that particular program, we're able to do just some minor chores for our seniors. For years, I've heard seniors talk about getting their lawns cut. Did we have a service for getting their lawns cut? So what ended up happening is when we did receive these additional funds, I decided, okay, hey, we'll do a chore service. So seniors that are eligible get a $300 allotment.
Okay.
So say for instance if they're needing their kitchen faucet repaired or some faucets in the bathroom repaired or some grab bars installed. They can give us a call and we will schedule it some time, and we have some contractors that we're working very closely with that will go into the client's home and make those repairs for us. One of the great things is that a lot of times people don't think about it, but the toilet seats are sometimes very low. And so what happens is that we'll put in a toilet, raise the toilet, put a higher toilet in for them if they needed a toilet. And so it's been a wonderful program. I've had people call from other states that heard about it. It was like, how can we implement that? What did you do? And so I was very proud of Mississippi being able to share something with another state that was very interested in that program. So that's a great program. Our case manager oversees that program for us.
And that's, I mean, that's, you know, that's pretty amazing. I mean, because you guys are, I mean, obviously have to feed and to, you know, provide medical services and transportation, but after all those things are done, you still have life. The house is going to need something. If you're a senior that, first of all, you probably shouldn't be trying to get up on that ladder. To even try to change light bulbs or things like that.
We'll do that as well.
You guys, you know, and check smoke detectors and different things, carbon monoxide, poisoning detectors and stuff like that, to actually give somebody credit, cash credit, to have a qualified, that's the other operative word, having a vetted and qualified repair company to come out and to provide that service. I mean, that's really game changing. That's game changing right there. And tell me, what counties are those? What is that available? Is it all over your 7 yet, or are you kind of getting started?
It's not all over in the 7 right now. It's in the Jackson metropolitan area. So it would be Rankin, Madison, Hinds County. It would just be right in this particular area.
Our 3-county metro area. Great. So the same way you would have to qualify for the meals, for the
same assessment.
Same assessment.
Just going to check something else on that.
So let me ask you this. So if I get one and I do the meals and I've given you all of my qualifications, so every program that I get in, I've got to do the exact same thing over again, or once I'm in, I'm kind of in. If that.
So what would happen is we could take that same assessment that that we completed for you on the meals and use that for the chore services.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because all the information is there. They know if you're senior living, so they don't put them back through that.
You kind of have to get certified for each program that you. Okay.
So great.
I got you. So with this program, if people were definitely interested in this, who and where do they need to contact to get more information or to get the ball rolling?
They're gonna want to know about this. I better get the number too.
Yeah.
They're gonna
And we'll
call
make
about
sure
this
that
one.
we can definitely get this back out because this is definitely, like I said, this is really ground-changing stuff that you guys are doing.
So what I like to do is just have them call the MAC Center.
Okay.
So since the MAC Center is one of our programs,
Everything
and you just
will flow.
get one number and they can just flow through that MAC
And that
Center.
number is?
It's 1-844-822-4622.
Yes.
Right.
And I did want to mention another program
Yes, ma'am.
with the MAC Center is that we will actually go into the homes and give you, if you're homebound, and give you your vaccinations. So we will. That has been a very good program. We've also sent out some of our clients. We've mailed out the PCR test. And so
And
we're working
PCR
with
test is
with the where you can take your test at home, where you can do your own COVID test,
test
at home.
Okay.
And so then we are working with LabCorp. So all you can do is just mail it back to LabCorp, and LabCorp will send you your results.
Wow.
So that's one of the that's a COVID piece that we have been really working with. We did receive funding, and we had to implement programs that were based and geared around that for the COVID.
and we're practical to deploy. Definitely.
Right. So yeah, we've been very busy. We've gotten the funds. Very grateful for the funds. It has allowed us to provide other job opportunities for other people and provide other resources. But the turnaround time has been. I've been extremely busy getting those programs in and flipped and turned around and executed very quickly.
Yeah. So now with the COVID testing and the home testing, is that the 7 counties, or are we 3 on this one, or is it all 7 that you saw?
Oh, this would be, so say for instance if you needed a vaccination. Actually the MAC Center, we also cover Southwest Mississippi as well.
Okay.
So if somebody needed a vaccination, a shot, get their first, second dosage, booster shot,
boosters.
we can come they'll go into the home, and we've been working with Harmony House Calls, and they'll send someone in to give them the shot.
They give them the shot.
So we also have been working with Inspire Transportation, and with Inspire, if you needed a ride to a vaccination appointment.
Okay.
So if you wanted to go in somewhere, we could pick you up and take you to the appointment as well.
But you could, for safety's sake, you could have this done in the privacy of your own home.
Yes.
Would you do that? I know you do that for the vaccination, but with the self-testing, will somebody come out and do the swab test for them and show them how to do it, or is it just that senior would have to have the wherewithal, or a family member would have to assist them with it?
Yes, because the only thing what we did is that we randomly selected our clients, and we sent primarily we did focus on the people that we went in and did the actual vaccinations for. And those clients, and then we pulled some of our case management clients in as well, and we did send them a kit at home so they can have it there, and if they don't feel well and they think they're have gotten COVID, then they can swab, put it in. It's a nice kit, and mail it back in.
And it's no cost to them at all.
It's no cost to them at all.
And if they have any questions, are they able to call the MAC Center? Like, hey, I got this thing open. I don't know what I'm doing. But they're able to get some assistance.
They should be able to get some
doing
assistance.
That. Okay. And so that's all 7 counties. That means that there's COVID testing, in-house COVID testing brought to your home in-house, as well as the actual shots themselves. And you qualify for that 55 plus or 60 plus, or what's the threshold for having that service?
For the in-home testing, not in-home testing, in-home vaccination. You have to be. We have 2 different segments of people that we can serve. If you're disabled, we can send someone in to give you your vaccination, as well if you're 60 and over. So it's 2 different groups of people.
And all of this is being administered by qualified health professionals.
That's correct.
Got you.
And it's no cost to
and that's
our
another thing.
seniors.
Yeah, that's why I'm like,
No, you're not a senior. You can't get anything.
And, you know, I had me song with the meals coming. You know.
So tell us. I know you do so many great things, and you're always being creative and bringing in things that can help to go further. What are you working on now? Is there anything we can share?
Yeah.
Well, this month is nutrition. March is the 50th anniversary of Nutrition Month.
Okay.
And so, yes, I'm working with Footprint Farms to do something for our seniors. So we're very excited about that. As of yet, our partners are not, that has not been revealed to them.
Sure.
But we are working with Footprint Farms to do something very special for our seniors.
Absolutely.
Within our 7-county area.
Absolutely, and that's why this show was important, not because of Footprint, but because that's our mission. That is kind of what we feed off of, is that we want to be that pillar in the community that we can help provide those services that we've listed that are so much needed.
Right.
And it just fulfills our heart to know that we can be a part of such a great organization, and that, you know, we could, you know, bring what has been a God blessing to us to someone else, and definitely someone else who needs it. So
Right.
definitely on that for sure.
And we'd like to thank you, but again, just being able to be a part of this to do things for our citizens, to do things in our state, and know it makes a difference. That's the reason we work so hard on the farm. Is to make sure we're growing the best so that we can give to the best.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
important.
Yeah, and we're just proud to be products of Central Mississippi and the west side of Jackson. So we're right here amongst all the action around the 3-county area. So that's very exciting.
It is, and just for you to, again, for 22 years, to be there, congratulations to that.
Thank you.
I know you trained so many others, there's no telling
yes.
what they're doing now, and just know that they can fall back on something that's good.
Yes.
Yeah.
The different innovation of programs,
Yes.
fantastic. And I'm sure your counterparts in other parts of the state, there's a collaboration of everything, so you do best practices, it works good for you, and then you pass it on, or vice versa.
Vice versa. Absolutely.
Because it's all about everybody. It's about
Absolutely.
everyone.
We have a food pantry that we provide if people need food. We have a food pantry. We also have our caregiver programs for our caregivers. So we have a caregiver support group that meets at our office in Pearl the third Mondays of every month, unless it happens to fall on a holiday. Quite naturally, we will alter that date. We also have launched a couple of programs that are geared towards the caregivers, that helps them to talk about their situations, dealing with the stress of it, and that's some evidence-based programs. We have an evidence-based educational learning tool that they can use and go out and learn about different strategies and things as being a caregiver, and that's through True Alta. We also provide supplies to our caregivers. So if they needed certain supplies like diapers or blue pads, grab bars, things that are going to help them to care for their loved ones.
Yes.
We will help them with those supplies.
Yeah.
So.
And there are a lot of them out there, and God bless them, that are willing to do that. But to have any type of assistance with that is always takes off one little less stress off your plate.
Yes, absolutely.
Sure.
And so that I've seen some wonderful things with the caregiver program over the years, and that was implemented back in 2000 actually, and so it's been around for 22 years, and it has really impacted and helped a lot of people over the years.
Because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to take care of others, and because a lot of love with that. But it is
a labor of love.
It is definitely a labor of love.
Yes. See, Dr. Crittle, this hour went by super fast.
Oh, it did. It absolutely.
See,
but I told you I could talk about this all day.
I love the passion.
We love the passion. We thank you so much for coming on the show out of your busy schedule to let us know about all these really remarkable programs that are right here in the great state of Mississippi. If you had any questions about this, the Max Center, 844-822-4622.
That's correct.
Is that correct?
That's correct.
Thank you so much for being our guest.
Thank you for having me.
And by the way, you look lovely. I love those colors.
I do too.
You got a pretty color.
We'll see you guys next week for Agriculture, episode number 9. Thank you.
I'm LaGrange Elliott.
I'm Cindy Ayers Elliott.
And we have a brand new show called Ag and Culture. We'll be discussing all things agriculture.
But more specifically, how it affects farmers and ranchers of color with national and local guests.
And of course, we're talking culture, food, wine, health, politics, education, and so so much more.
Join us for informative and fun conversation with guests from all over the country.
It's a fresh new show, Ag and Culture, every Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. on the East, and 7 a.m. on the West.
Watch us on our YouTube channel, MS Footprint Farms.
And on WeBelieve.global. Footprint Farms is a beautiful 68-acre vegetable and cattle farm located in Jackson, Mississippi, and is Mississippi's largest urban farm. The mission of Footprint Farms is to provide the community access to healthy food choices, introduce our youth to agriculture, and provide training and technical assistance to small farmers and ranchers. The farm is open to the public every Friday from 2:30 to 5:30 p.m. to purchase fresh produce or visit us at the Mississippi Farmers Market located near the fairgrounds in February. We accept all forms of payment, including EBT and SNAP benefits. Looking for a beautiful venue for your next wedding, family reunion, or dinner? Footprint Farms offers a 3,000 square foot facility on 5 beautiful acres, perfect for your next event. For more information, visit our website at footprintfarms.com, Facebook and Instagram at Footprint Farms, or call us at 601-910-5534. Footprint Farms, farm fresh, city sweet.
Heifer USA is a nonprofit that supports small-scale, sustainable livestock businesses, and we are currently seeking individuals interested in pastured pork production in the state of Mississippi. Applicants should have access to at least 35 acres of land and be willing to participate in in-depth training, both online and in person at Heifer Ranch in Perryville, Arkansas. To learn about our operation, check out the Pastured Pigs playlist on the Heifer USA YouTube channel, or contact Farmer Engagement Specialist Ruth Canada at 501-391-5511.